Dear gymnastics friend, ladies and gentlemen, did you know that your ambassador to Switzerland, Her Excellency Mrs. Madeleine Kunin, was born in Switzerland, and that she left that country at 7 because she was afraid of the Nazis, because she was a Jewish girl. And before I left Switzerland, she wrote me this: the ambassador, the American ambassador, born Switzerland. Congratulations and best wishes to Eugen Mack on the occasion of being inducted in the Hall of Fame. Madeleine Kunin. Eugen Mack, thank you very much. Eugen Mack, 15 years long on the top. Switzerland's greatest gymnast, was born in 1907 and died only 71 years old in his home at Basel, my hometown. He came back from a soccer, as we heard already, match, went in his sleeping room and didn't come downstairs anymore. A wonderful death, but much too early. He was 20 when he came to Basel from the east part of Switzerland, already well known as one of the best in his sports. During 1.5 decades, he was the primus at home and abroad. He won 3 federal gymnastic festivals, which take place every 4 years, with 20 to 30,000 participants in all kinds of sports, from artistic gymnastics, volleyball, to track and field. His first international appearance was 1928, the Olympics in Amsterdam. Mr. Stukali from Yugoslavia, we have inducted in 1997, was then 3rd in the all-around, and Eugen Mack came home with 2 gold medals, 1 with the team and 1 in voting. When Eugen was 60 years old, I had an interview with him for a newspaper, and I shall never forget when he explained to me, a little bit ironically, what the compulsory vote was actually the long horse with the 2 pommels on it, 1.80 meters long, and the springboard 2 meters behind the long horse. The jump was a somersault sidewards with grip on both pommels. Can you imagine? 1932 was Los Angeles, the Olympics without the Swiss. The reaction was 4 weeks abroad, only for gymnastics, and away from the place of work. Impossible. You see, only such a mentality you have a chance to become member among the 3 richest countries in the world. 1934, World Championships in Budapest, and Eugen Mack came home with 7 medals. 4 gold medals in the all-around, 15 branches, as we heard already, paddle bars, pommel horse, and voting. 2nd on rings and the floor, and 3rd on high bar. Although our today's candidate prepared himself with the greatest conscientiousness for this important competition, he told me frankly that his friends, before the train left the main station at Basel, they put him a big box with bottles of beer into his compartment. You see, he liked his food. And then the arrival back in Basel, one single triumph. Streets were black, so many people crowded his way down to the marketplace in an open triumphal car. Then came, only 2 years later, the Olympics, 1936 in Berlin, totally under the influence of Adolf Hitler's Nazis. And that's why I built the bridge from Mrs. Madeleine Kunin to Eugen Mack, because they both suffered from this Nazi regime. The idea of Olympic Games had to capitulate under the dreadful regime that respected only the Arische Rasse, the proof of the Aryan descent. They knew that the Swiss were among the best in the world, so the scores were beneath contempt. Germany had to win this competition. Every trick was good enough to achieve this aim. Only decent counted, not the performance. 30,000 Nazis present who yowled, trampled, and screamed even after a totally failed German exercise. But when a Swiss finished his routine, they began to whistle and to boo. One great exception was George Meets, who died last month only. His floor exercise was so perfect, new and modern for those days, that they didn't dare leaving him without the gold medal. And our world champion team with Eugen Mack, no chance. Germany won with 3 points and Switzerland was second. Second was Eugen Mack in the all-around competition. 0.6 points behind Schwarzmann, second in voting, side horse and paddle bars. They have stolen him at least 3 gold medals. I remember very well when Eugen Mack, on occasion of his birthday, related me that the most ugly and disgusting moment was while the 3 gymnasts, winner Schwarzmann, second Mack, third Frey, he does not belong to my family, stood on the platform and Hitler came for a shake hand with his 2 Germans, denying Mack because he was strong enough and proud enough not to show the Hitler cruise by lifting the stretched right arm. And years later, in 1943, he won a competition in Switzerland against all his opponents, such famous names like Walter Lehmann, Sepp Stalder, Checkentard, Michael Roche. Those days, all of his opponents from those days at the age of 36. The Institute for Physical Therapy Eugen founded is run now by his son, who didn't become a gymnast, but nevertheless a colonel of the Swiss Army. In spite of this fantastic series of 20 medals from Olympics and World Games, Eugen Mack remained always, whether he was team leader, judge, member and president of the technical committee in his country, a modest and exemplary personality we shall never forget. I would like to ask you to accept him tonight at this outstanding gallery of legends gymnastics called Hall of Fame. Thanks for your attention. It has been a great honor and a genuine pleasure for me to make these presentations. God bless you all.